To our viewers across the globe, good evening, a pleasant welcome to News Today on KMTV. I'm Zach Sheban, the headlines. Trades Union Elections Committee declares campaign open as presidential candidate Otavin Williams burns Charles Coffee, an exhausted man vision-wise who needs to be voted out. The government of Liberia bans the usage of dredges on all waters for the mining of gold and diamond across Liberia. Those plus more package for you on this presentation. Keep watching. Those were the headlines. Now the news in detail. The government of Liberia has, with immediate effect, banned the usage of dredges on all water bodies for the mining of gold and diamond across Liberia. Addressing the news conference Monday in Monrovia Mines and Energy Minister Jesla Murray told reporters that new measures also include the training program for mining agents and mineral inspectors, which he added has been approved and rolled out. Minister Murad moreover disclosed a plan on the issuance of new clans mining licenses, which will come into force soon.
This is a very grave and concerning matter that has caught our attention for a while now, so we want to institute measures to see how we can mitigate or cure the serious, cumbersome problem we have with the mining sector, mainly the alluvial and small-scale mining sectors. A roadmap has been developed which will require the collective efforts of the local government, law enforcement authorities, and the private citizens. Towards this end, the following decisions have been taken. 1. With immediate effect, the use of dredges on all of our water bodies within our borders for mining of gold and diamonds is hereby banned. 2. A training program for mining agents and mineral inspectors has been approved and is now being rolled out. 3. The institution of training in smart mining techniques for local miners has commenced around the national parks and protected areas. This will be replicated across Liberia for the purpose of land reclamation. 4. A moratorium on the issuance of new mining licenses will be instituted shortly. 5. A ban on the use of mercury to recover gold will be robustly reinforced and violators be severely prosecuted in keeping with the law.
Meanwhile, Minister Murray has been explaining more to reporters what exactly prompted the new measures.
Well, what has prompted our action today is a long-running situation where you have our alluvial fields being inundated by both local and foreign mining dissidents in single coasts. It is alleged that foreign nationals, in collusion with our own Liberian citizens, are encouraging the plundering of our mineral resources across the country, mainly gold and diamonds. So we cannot leave this situation unabated. This is a measure that we hope will mitigate or perhaps completely cure this wave of illicit mining activities across our country.
The Young African Leadership Initiative alumni chapter of Liberia has inducted new leadership into office to efficiently head the activities of the initiative. Speaking when he was sworn into office, the elected President Barney Wilson outlined several pillars of which the leadership will work towards in making the project more vibrant. He noted that the leadership will prioritize building a professional network that is accessible, impact-driven, and resourceful to all members and those aspiring to join the program.
As head of this new leadership, our foremost priority will center around building a professional network that will be very much accessible, impact-driven, and resourceful to all members and those aspiring to join us. To begin this initiative, the leadership has extended hands to all parties involved in the electoral process. My leadership envisions a chapter that will not only mentor, but that will create a space, an avenue for every members or every alumni and to all emerging leaders as well. To begin our vision for an accessible and resourceful network, we will have a series of engagements with alumni to review our current constitution and all policy governing our chapter. This exercise will help us gauge the views of every member on a specific issue related to the chapter and find positive remedies to address their concern, and we will try within our own way to bring all parties that went through the electoral process together around the table for us to see how we can dialogue to have a more united chapter.
Meanwhile, Maghibie County District 2 Representative Alpha Jones, who served as keynote speaker, underscored the importance of yearly training to his political endeavor and other emerging leaders within Africa. Additionally, he urged members of the leadership to work with integrity and move Africa forward for the betterment of all.
I was opportune to read either a strip or a post or a paragraph or even watch one of the videos that is normally posted online by the association. And I want to openly confess that that video helped me tremendously in making me a representative of District Number 2, Maghibie County from the call 2017. Representative and presidential elections. We come to leadership with integrity and leave leadership with integrity. And becoming the first black leader of the United States of America and seeing Africa as a continent with potential, seeing Africa as a continent with history, seeing Africa as the engine of the economy of the world. That could be debatable, but if you go to CNN projection that was made, you will understand by 2030 or 2050, Africa will become the engine of the world economy.
If you're just coming our way, this is a reminder that you are watching news today only on KMTV with me, Zach Sherman. Still to come, Press Union of Liberia Committee declares that Elections Committee declares campaign open as presidential candidate Otavin Williams brings Charles Coffey an exhausted vision-wise man who needs to be voted out. Those plus more stay here for you when we shall have taken this break. Welcome back and thanks for rejoining us. The Elections Committee of the Press Union of Liberia has officially outlined activities and declared campaign open for the union's 2019 polls. The exercise, which is slated for 9 of November 2019, is viewed as one of PUL's heavily contested elections, with incumbent President Charles Coffey and Vice Otavin Williams vying for the presidency. The brief campaign opening ceremony held at the Clear Street headquarters of PUL Monday, the Elections Committee headed by Jalawa Tombo warned against the negative electoral activities that could further hinder the growth of the institution. Eddie Hammond is a member of the Electoral Commission. He read the guidelines of the process.
No tearing down of campaign posters, no defense of campaign poster by opponent, no use of vocal against each other, no non-PUL member should campaign for candidates. All candidates should inform the EC of their campaign launch dates. Campaign launch dates will be regulated by the EC to avoid conflicts. No wearing of candidate promotional on election day. No campaign on elections day. Each candidate is required to submit the name of one person to be assigned as poll watcher before November 1, 2019. Poll watcher must be current member of the voter roll. Polling starts at 11 a.m. on November 9 and closes at 6. Poll watchers and observers duly accredited will not be allowed phone and other electronic devices in the polling hall. All poll watchers and members of the EC will be required to sign tally sheets at the end of vote counts. Finally, all poll watchers should remain in the polling hall until final results are announced. We affirm that we will abide by these regulations to the best of our ability.
One of the two candidates vying for the presidency of the Press Union of Liberia is urging supporters to uphold tolerance as a tool throughout the campaign process. Mr. Otavin Williams, who is viewed as the most preferred candidate of the union, said issues-oriented campaign will send a good signal of journalists to the outside world. Mr. Williams spoke briefly to journalists minutes after the official opening of the campaign at PUL office.
This is an integrity institution like you hear many using during the process. When we speak as journalists, we should have evidence of what we say. We cannot be speaking as journalists and we're acting like ordinary marketers in the market. We ask our candidates to be very civil in this process. We ask them to attack the issues and leave our personalities, because it's clear, if anyone that is popular will not go and create a situation that will have a dark cloud over the process. When you're popular, it speaks by itself. When you are serving your people, it speaks by itself. As a matter of fact, this is an ex-campaign chair to the team that brought in Mr. Charles Coffey. So the fact you can say today, and this team is being at where we are, this is can say clearly exactly what is what. So basically, we ask our supporters to be tolerant, we ask them to be civil, we ask them to be issue-driven.
Meanwhile, Mr. Williams has branded his political rival as an exhausted, vision-wise man who needs to use the exit corridor to enable productive individuals move the institution forward. The statement, according to him, is based on Mr. Coffey's failure to execute his campaign promises, including the construction of the union's headquarters, advocacy for health, that's welfare and decentralization, and training opportunities for journalists.
I have to say to you exactly, the person got vision or they got integrity. You go to the issue of our salaries, there are numerous issues, there are numerous failures. These issues speak volume to know exactly whether we can re-elect Mr. Coffee or not. But like I said, usually, I challenge those that are campaigning for Mr. Coffee to be able to prove physical evidence of 3 achievables, tangible achievables that he promised us during the process. He promised us the headquarters, he promised us welfare, and he promised us a decentralization and training for journalists. I challenge you today, if you can give me those visible evidence, I will say to you that I will back up the race and I will support Mr. Coffee. But until then, I can say to you, this is one of the, and as a matter of fact, Mr. Coffee will be telling us what he has achieved.
What are your chances?
Chances are clear. Like I said to you, and I'm seeing, the chances are clear. If you have somebody for 3 years that haven't done anything, what new the president have to bring to the table? But what I'm saying to you is Mr. Corbyn is exhausted, vision-wise, and he must leave the scene, let progressive, productive individuals take over the presidium and move this institution that we have for 5 decades, 5 years, with all infrastructure growth, with all developmental growth. We need to move on. When you visit other countries, you come back home, you shame. You motivated when you have vision for the institution to move the institution forward. So we came back with the motivation, we came back with the creativity to move the presidium forward.
Lofa County has officially launched its dollar rally campaign in Monrovia. The move, according to the steering committee of the county, is to raise funding to help support the teams of the county ahead of the kick-off of the sporting festivity. Julius County witnessed the ceremony and back in studios, he filed his report.
We are now in the position to dispel the misconception and the myth that the citizens of Lofa County should only be confined to academia and farming. We will tell Liberia that the citizens of Lofa County have men and women who can compete in all facets of life in this country.
Aaron Colley, a prominent citizen of Lofa County and owner of Infinity Broadcasting Corporation, Power FM, Power TV, also encouraged citizens of Lofa to see this year's edition of the county meet as Lofa time to win it.
This National Sports County meet will be the beginning of proving that the sons and daughters of Lofa County are ready. Yes. And that trophy will be taken to Lofa. From Wallagisi to Ketoma. From what